In first, I will try not to say some spoilers and I will talk about around things and mechanics of this game that I really liked. So here is Cry of Fear and review by Celty. Every moment I played this game, it reminded me of first game in Silent Hill series. It's not about only decorations, it's just feeling of the game. Of course, Cry of Fear has its own way to be, and has complicated plot, world and other things. And I think not actually only for free games, but the whole genre of the horror games it's one of the best. And the hardcore gameplay and overall old style is strong side, not weak. I played a lot in the Silent Hill, Resident Evil, Alan Wake, some horrors that I even can't remember. Maybe Cold Fear that I fully passed through. I think graphics and effects was there, due to the designers, money and engine. But the most of the times I am remembering of the first Silent Hill, not for its graphics or something, but for the feelings that game left in me. Like, you know, the better books is the books where you can feel characters, cause they have the same problems, thoughts, even nature. It's like a diary about real people. The main thing in this game is something in the head of protagonist, Simon, and the guys like him is around us. And his experience seems to be so realistic, so I believed him. Like the story from the first hands. And I can't say so about, for example, Alan Wake. It was more like a Hollywood film, not like the book. I can't say so even about many horrors. I think that main purpose of the horror games or horror books is not to scare player or reader directly, but he must live for some time in the skin of character, get his story. I have never saw the way how Alan is really writes his books, but I saw the cards of Simon's hands. His love confession. Many of his thoughts on mind. He's not dummy. I really worried about him. He showed his feelings to me. And on the other hand, the bad side, we have game mechanics. It really sucks. You know, since the first Doom I get used to know when I'm hitting the enemy, but not of the all hits in this game are shown. And it's injured me the most for some reasons. Also, the game has a good amount of weapons, but them is very unbalanced. Some of the weapons is useless, and after some moment you will not get some extra bullets for it. What the fuck? Like hunting rifle. I will prefer it more than M16 for its accuracy and firepower. But after you got M16, there are no bullets for rifle. It's staying useless in your inventory. M16 is really good, but some enemies hunt really quick exactly with hunting rifle. Some weapons like hammer and final pistol is totally useless. Hammer is too slow, and the Glock, the first weapon, has the maximum amount of bullets in clip between all the weapons in the game, and it's really saves some time your life. And with very little amount of items that you can carry, I better prefer Glock than the final pistol. And finally the engine. Yes, this is very old engine, and I can forgive for the graphics, but my stupidity this was when I stuck between chair and the wall and was smashed to pieces. Great! Chair killer, the best monster in the game. Don't mess with the chairs, sometimes they're very dangerous. And in the final, the horror piece of the Cry of Fear. Yes, in the final, cause it's a huge them. I will not talk about a plot and leave it to you. He's terrifying. The game has different creeps, like when you're haunted by some creature, long dark tunnels, creepy stuff that fucks your brain, sudden enemies and other. You can notice how developers try to use different ways to scare you and not let you to get bored. Some people blame Cry of Fear for not being really terrifying. What really I can say about that? You may watch my let's play to see how scared in some moments I was. It was not too much times, but there was a pleasure for that. Some of the ideas very pleasantly surprised me. Sometimes it seems that everything is done pretty sloppily, but in the end it looks harmonious. There are only a few moments where your nerves are shaking on the tip of the keen knife. Maybe just only one in the subway, but it's already a lot. I don't know what the people waiting from this game. Divine Revelation? This is simply best free horror game. Point me another if you can, and I will try it. And in the end, I'm respectful for any creativity. This game must be played by all horror lovers. It was a great time I played it. Be safe. Here was Celty. See you next video.